Hello, everybody.
Hello, hi
Good
everyone. Hey, hi.
evening.
Yes,
Yeah, we are
good
back.
evening. Yes, we are back. And today is the sixth episode. Very fast, yeah, Dennis. Sixth
Wow,
episode of
time
our Whiskey
flies,
Party
and
Night.
we are going into our finale, which is in 2 weeks' time.
Exactly. And it's going to be a huge finale. It's a huge
Yeah, huge
bang.
one,
And
right?
yes,
Yeah.
we're going to have a lot of star performers around
Mm,
on that episode, all in the name of charity because we are actually raising fund for the Straits Times School Pocket Money Fund for these
mm.
2 months in June and July.
I
So
think more
today,
information
yes,
will be given soon, right? What is going to
yes,
happen?
yes, more information because
Finale
those
itself.
are really shiny
Stay tuned.
stars.
Mm,
And today we have actually two shiny, powerful ladies. But before that, let me do a bit of intro in regards to what we're going to share today.
mm.
So ladies out there or women out there, have you actually become a superwoman, or super mom during this COVID-19 circuit period? Or
Slasher,
perhaps,
I
yeah.
think you have been becoming a mom based on what I've seen you do during this whole circuit period.
Yeah, or maybe the supermom out there, you have been working frantically like me, right, to keep my business
Yeah.
alive. Yes, so I'm transforming my business really from offline to actually online virtually, and at the same time looking at the needs and welfare of your husband and my kids. And for my case, is the kids, and probably your in-laws are demanding your attention. That hey, buy grocery, go NTUC, queue up, that kind of stuff. Or
Mm,
even your beloved cat or dog looks a bit more demanding like before, because they're so busy, and then you become like a superwoman. So in other words, right, we were just trying to tell, hey, stop it, ladies, women, girls, whatever you call yourself. All right, you need time for yourself because you definitely deserve the love and the care you need as a woman. If no one's giving you any, why not learn to give yourself more self-love and care?
mm,
So, in support of the SD School Pocket Money Fund, right? Like I actually shared just now, we are doing this 2 months project, for the students from the low income families, and
mm.
because of this pandemic, it has actually caused a lot of pressures, hardship among those in need. So basically, we really like to do a shout out, a call out to people of you out there. If you have this little extra money, why don't you just sponsor one student, just one primary school student for 3 months? Because it will only take you $180, That will cost you maybe one and a half Levi's jeans, maybe. I'm not sure how much
Yeah.
are Levi's jeans now.
I
That's
think so
probably
far we have raised up to around 60,000 plus already, right?
yes. We're about
We've supported
34%
much.
towards our mark. Yes.
Thank you so
So
much
so
for those who have supported
yes.
us.
Thank you. That both corporate and individuals who have supported us. So maybe Dennis, maybe you can share with us about our special music partner today. Like
Yes,
the
that's right. You know, Jason would not be here, right, because he is not feeling too well. But we have another partner that is joining us. So I would, 卖个关子, I will not share with you too much, right? So you stay tuned and find out more who is joining us tonight. All right, but I'd like to just introduce the guests for tonight. We are very happy to invite Michelle Hong. Right, she's actually the Chill Mom author and founder of Mom Boss Academy, and Joanna Portilla, who is also the co-founder of the collective effort Patron, PA Women's Integration Network Council, Vice Chairman PA Active Aging Council, a licensed marriage solemnizer. Wow. She's also a speaker, trainer, right? So the two
mouthful,
ladies
right?
tonight will come together and we are trying to brainstorm 10 ways in which women can pamper yourself. All right. So for those who are tuning in, right, you can always share your ideas. I believe that, during this whole pandemic period, right, you've been working very hard yourself. So I know that you can't go out for massage, right? I know that you can't go out to party. I know that you can't actually go out and meet your friends. So staying at home, right now with your kids, your hubby, what are the things that you've been doing to do a little bit of self-care? Maybe you have been doing a bit of self manicure yourself, or massaging yourself, or you've been like watching Korea, movies,
Drama, all the dramas.
dramas. All these are little things that women or even men have been doing, right, for a little bit of self care, right? Because we all know that now, right, in order for you to be positive, you need to do things that make you happy, All right, so we are going to discuss what are the things that you are doing during this period that is making you happy. All right, so we would also like to thank our sponsor. All right, because without the sponsor, we can't actually have this going. All right, we have our alcohol and grocery partner, honeydays.com, and essentially, the sponsor is Kirei Japanese Food Supply, one of the leading Japanese food suppliers to establish hotels and food joints in Singapore. All right, Honey Days actually aims to bring choices and convenience to Japanese food lovers, home cooks, and snack lovers. All right, so tonight, right, guess what? I will be drinking this. Hey,
Hey,
so tonight
wow,
I'll be
gin.
drinking
Today is gin.
gin
Today
and
is not
a bit
whiskey.
of tonic. Whiskey. Yeah, tonight I'm drinking gin.
Tonic.
Yeah,
Okay, not bad.
yeah.
Nice.
The robust aroma of freshly roasted tea leaves ushers in a new era of craft gin. All right, the roasty vegetal aroma fills your mouth with your first sip. All right, and then a familiar fragrance brings you back the effortless combination of roasted hojicha tea with gin. All right, so I am really enjoying my drink right now.
I can see that you're gobbling down while you were
Yeah, with a
talking.
company of three
So
women. All right, what else can I expect, right?
I know, right? And you know, you are very fortunate, tonight is, three against one. You've got three super women coming up against. And I'm
Yeah,
going to bring out the two super women that I've actually got on board tonight, which I'm very, very honored. You could see their, the titles that you actually read is a mouthful. And mind you, Michelle one is also a huge mouthful, but she's very humble to just give me a very shortcut version, okay? So
uh,
both she and Joanna are both powerful women. And so let's bring them on the screen together. So, ladies, are you done with puffing up your loose powder?
yeah, in.
I'm going to bring you up on screen now. So let's bring along Joanna
Hi,
and
Joanna.
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Wow,
Hello.
all
Hi,
looking
Dennis.
good,
Hi,
huh?
Joanna. Nice to
Wow.
meet
Hi,
you.
Michelle.
First thing first, have you all gotten yourself a drink? And that's important, and that's the prerequisite
I've,
in joining us.
He's so
I
happy
got
with the
water.
drink now. Okay, no, not a
I'm
problem,
like
dear.
the boring person at the party, anyways. Water.
So let's
Okay,
cheers to that before we
yes,
start.
cheers.
Cheers. Yay.
You guys have been
Yes.
working too hard, all right, as a super mom, all right, so cheers to that.
So, ladies, how have you been, for this period? I see that you have not changed a single bit, if not turned yellow, as the Chinese saying go huang lian po, right? Even though Michelle is in kind of yellowish today, but she looks so radiant in that yellow. It's a far cry from being a yellow faced woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Michelle, I believe because your kids are still young, right? How are you coping like
Mm.
during this period?
Actually, it has not changed much for me because I've always been working from home because my husband has only just started working from home because of this period. And he was like, so how do you get
Right.
work done? And I'm like, hello, this is my
Ah.
working condition for the past 7 years. I've been
Oh my
building
God.
businesses from home. So this is how I manage the kids anyway. So I actually find that, yes, we are busier because we need to handle their home-based learning.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, my husband has stepped up because now I can actually say, hey, go to your father, go there, help out. Because where before he's like out of the house and working and he's got like sometimes dinner, not home. Now he's like
Right.
at home
No
every day. So
excuse.
I actually have an extra pair of hands, which is great.
Whoa. Okay. So it's a plus point for you. How about you, Joanna? How's that work for you?
Well, similarly, I'm quite thankful that husband's home, so everything is shared equally within the 24/7. So sometimes I cook, sometimes he cooks.
So you guys
so-
haven't been working too hard then, huh?
Oh, we have always been working hard. That's why
Yeah,
it's no change.
good time, right, for you to relax and become a lot more less efficient, if you call it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's just the home-based learning and the kids being home like 24/7. That's kind of like
I
threw me
know,
off a little bit.
right?
But once they are okay, just like, okay, morning, just don't even try to get anything seriously done and just focus it. Once they're done, then we can do our focus work. I think just having that expectation helps a lot.
Right.
So
So
since we are
Joanna,
on the topic of self-love tonight, and we are going to brainstorm 10 ways in which you guys are going
yes,
to
yes.
pamper yourself. Shall we start with the first one? Right? What would be
I
the
think
first
maybe
suggestion?
Dennis, I think before we start, right, I would like to give Joanna a little bit of airtime to talk about her initiative
Oh, okay.
that she shared. Yes. I think it's a very interesting initiative that she's got. Joanna, would you like to share a
Right.
little bit? Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Celestia.
Yes,
Well,
no
the circuit
problem.
breaker has given me some time to think about loving others, right? You
Right.
love others as you will love yourself. So my co-founder and myself, we've come up with this Share to Care program, whereby
Mm-hmm.
we want to help those who have been affected by COVID-19, such as our migrant workers, our healthcare workers are working so hard, and also to the vulnerable families who are probably suffering because as basic as putting food on the table has now become something quite difficult. So we came with these three projects called Project Appreciate for the migrant workers, where we're going to give them a set of pants and shirt so that as they walk out of their isolation site, the quarantine sites, they could strut out, smartly and feel appreciated. After all, they are the people that we need to keep our nation, going with all the buildings and all the works in progress. Then, secondly, we have Project Essential, which is about helping the vulnerable families. For many families who have probably lost their jobs, they could no longer have a regular income, and so we want to help them for 3 months with daily essential items so they can tide them over at least a basic food for the family, especially for the children. And that's called Project Essential. And the last
Mm-hmm.
one is Project Gratitude, because our
Oh.
frontline workers, the healthcare workers, have worked very hard. In fact, I think some of my friends who are in the healthcare industry, they told me that they have sleepless nights. They work long shifts, maybe 12 hours, hardly have a proper meal. Just an energy bar just to get going, and then next day they start again. So I thought that we should kind of appreciate them, to love them as well, because they are putting in their 24/7, their whole life dedicated in the front line, and they're the ones most vulnerable, to the virus itself. So for people who want to appreciate them, we have a Project Gratitude to give them a pampering box of items that they could.
Whoa.
So we did a survey. We did a survey with these healthcare workers, and interestingly, they came up with things like those beauty face masks, collagen masks, yeah, and then they want to have maybe eye mask to kind of reduce the puffiness
Mhm.
after wearing the protection, the personal protection equipment, all the mask and all that. They have maybe bulgy eyes. They probably have eye bags because of sleepless nights, and maybe they were asking for energy bars that can keep them going when they're just on the move. They hardly have time to sit down for a proper meal. Yeah,
Right.
backroom work to know what they want. So we're just appealing to members of the public that if you have a heart and you want to help others, if you want to, if you're still working and you have a regular income, perhaps you can pledge even your solidarity fund to this cause by picking up one of the, projects. You can check out more with our website at www.thecollectiveeffort.com.sg, or we are also
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook. It's very easy. You can just go onto the Facebook and you can even pay by your credit card to help with this cause.
Wow, okay. That's really very meaningful. So right. So thank you for sharing with us this initiative. And I think we all do our parts together, just like for Flux TV channel, we are also trying to help the Straits Times School Pocket Money Fund in gathering for 100 children, 100 primary school kids for 3 months as well. So that's also an initiative that we actually got for these 2 months to actually raise 18K.
Oh,
Hopefully.
amazing.
Yes. So now we are like 34% towards our target after about a week. So we're actually in good progress, and hopefully God can help us speed the way towards our goal. So
Right.
Michelle, maybe you could actually share with us the first point that you actually think, how a woman should love herself.
Okay, what I'm going to share is what I just did this afternoon.
Okay.
I was just really tired. I just went, sorry guys, I need a nap. So I just go, hello, I put
Do
a
not
story
disturb.
post. I need a nap because tonight I'm gonna have to go on this Facebook Live, and after this I'm going on a podcast interview with someone from New York. So I'm like,
Whoa.
okay, I can't function. I just need to go. Okay, turning off the lights, honey. I need a room. Get out. Turn off the light. aircon on, shut the door. Oh, I told my daughter, and I'm like, hey, this is my phone. If there's anyone doing delivery, they need access, you just buzz them in. If anyone else call me, just let it ring. Do not pick it up. I'll see the missed call. I'll get back to it. So took a 2 hours nap this afternoon, and I feel great.
Wow, you guess what? You know, I'm glad I don't look puffy now because before I'm on this live, right? I just woke up from a nap too.
Yeah, exactly, right? When you're tired, just go for your nap. Don't worry about it. Just go.
It's like
So that's
golden
the first,
moment.
rest. Yes.
It's like we need to say, look, we need to take a rest as a woman. You know, it's like we are not superwoman, as in we still need to eat, we need to rest, and when we need to, everyone, look, guys, we need a rest.
Yeah.
So how about you, Joanna?
So number one, sleep.
Yes, sleep. Number one, sleep. Joanna, what about you?
Well, I think for me, I like being with positive people, even though we are not
Yes.
physically together. I think
Right.
it helps your sanity by speaking to happy people, checking in on others to make sure that the circuit breaker period when we were in, that they are still keeping well. So we're a group of friends. We've been sending food to each other. So care
Oh, that's so
packages.
sweet.
Yeah. So we have feel very happy. Suddenly got surprise. Oh, durians! Wow, got cakes. Yeah. So I think
Oh,
it's about love. It's about how even you have this wish to share things with others. The greatest gift is be able to share. I mean, it's not about how much and how big it is, but the thought about sharing is very important. And I think
right.
women are able to do this because they support one another. So little things like that keeps us happy, and it's about loving each other despite the
Yes.
distance.
Oh my God. And guys, you know what? You know what Joanna did? You know, my kids was jumping up and down the moment they saw a delivery food package just now. Joanna actually sent us dinner, KFC dinner, which my kids will never
Oh.
witness at home. So they were jumping and down. Mommy, can we accept this? Can we please accept this? Then I was like, no, because okay, let's just put this clear. Because at home, they maybe 1 year they will see once or maximum 3 times or maybe 0 times of fast food. So to them, this is like, Mommy, can we have it? You know, that kind of thing. So Joanna, they're gonna love you like loads. You know, they remember your name. Like nobody is like, Mommy is Joanna P, but I don't know how to spell that. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yes, thank you for your love. It was a great surprise. It was a really, really sweet surprise. Thank you for your surprise.
It was meant to be a belated happy birthday meal for you. I was just too
Thank
busy
you.
last week to do it. Yeah, I hope your
Yeah,
family
yeah.
love it.
Yes, we love it. Thanks for the kind thoughts. Really,
So
really.
in a way, bringing joy to others would also help ourselves to become better in a sense, because we
Yes.
see other being happy, right? We feel happy ourselves in a sense as well. So I saw the package from Celeste, and I was also very happy for her because I was like, wow, she's receiving the package, and then all her kids are all happy taking a selfie, and that these are all little surprises that we receive on and off, right? That will keep us going, right? So I think the second point is to give, right, during this period, and to come up with more interesting ways to support one another, right? In fact, I believe that a lot of you all have been sending things around to all your kakis, your parents, and also your friends as well.
Yes, that's right.
When
So
you see them smile, it brings joy to yourself too. Yeah, and if you love,
yes. It's like love is in the air.
But that's something that guys would not think of doing, because I don't know whether this is more of the women's alley.
No. Dennis, it provides whether you actually want to pamper the lady you care
Oh,
about,
okay,
pamper the
okay.
person you care about. Maybe you're not there yet, all right?
Okay, I'm not there yet. Yeah, I'll try.
So
Learn. There's always something. There's always
so
a
ladies,
first time.
we need to educate him to teach
Okay.
him how to
I'm learning.
make
Yeah.
a woman feel
The
love.
first one is actually to have a net at least 2 hours. The second one is to send packages more to people. So
you can
far.
send to us after this.
Okay,
Yes.
send me your addresses.
I'm sure we will not
Supper,
reject, right,
supper.
ladies? Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we jump
supper.
for
Supper, yeah.
supper, yeah.
Yes. So Michelle, what's the next thing that you usually do to love yourself more?
I think to carry on with the point that you just made, just accepting things, just accept that the KFC once in a while is okay. When you feel like eating something, just go for it. Don't deny yourself and anything that you want. So I believe in because I have chocolate every night. So that's my advice. I can be fairly healthy. Eat consistently small meals and no fried foods and things like that. But occasionally, like maybe once a month, and I would really crave KFC, and I'll just go. So just do that for yourself. When your body wants something, just go for it. Don't deny yourself of anything that makes you happy.
Okay, because
So
you
in a
know
sense,
why?
don't control our diet, right?
Don't control lah.
Nah.
It's okay. I mean, you do have to eat healthy, I believe, right? I mean, it's for your first thing, you need to love your body to eat healthy. But sometimes when you do feel like you are falling off the wagon, and just don't put this guilt on yourself. It's okay. You can start again the next day and just eat healthy again. So
the next day will never come.
Just give it. Yeah.
So IC is saying that she agrees with Joanna. She said that every few days or at least once a week, I will buy some ice cream or bread and donuts for neighbors' kids.
Which neighborhood do you live in?
Yeah. And then she will eat
which
it
neighborhood?
as well.
Can you send to me? Ice cream.
Wow. So donuts, huh? Wow, all the sweet stuff coming.
Because you know why? For Michelle, right? She has the figure that everyone envies. She can eat everything she wants, and she still look like fabulous.
No, it's the clothes that I pick. It's well hidden. I only show the slim parts.
I see. Since she stays at Yishun, so are you in that vicinity?
No, too far.
Oops. It's too far. It's too far, dear.
Thanks, I
Okay, how about Joanna? What's the next point that you think that we should actually self-love as a woman?
Well, I feel that I would like to be more forgiving of myself for the mistakes that you probably have made along the way. So I'm a perfectionist by nature, so it's a very difficult thing where you want things properly done, but it's never easy to manage that. So, for example, at home, it's getting messier now because everyone's home. All right, and then you have to cook more. When you cook more, there's more to wash, more things that's left outside. So I guess you just have to take it as it comes, and okay, just take a deep breath. It's okay, the mess just has to be there. So let's be less of a perfectionist to begin with. Yeah, more forgiving. If the dish doesn't come out well, it's fine. So I've been cooking quite a lot recently over the 2 months. I've never cooked that much, eating out mostly. But now I have no choice but to be eating home. So every day thinking of food to experiment. I love cooking, but never had a chance to really spend time because cooking takes a lot of time. So when I cook, it's minimally like a meal for like 5 people. So I tend to share with neighbors as well because we cannot finish the entire portion. And then there were times where, like Mother's Day, I did jelly for the rental blocks for all the seniors. Yeah, so they tried it. I said, "Do you like it? Is it nice? Oh, it's very good. The pudding is very good." Yeah, so the joy that you bring to others also bring joy to yourself. And that's how, it just goes around.
Right. Okay, I totally feel you, Joanna, because what happened is I'm also kind of perfectionist. So my kids always tell me, "Mommy, I think you got allergy." There's one time I said, "What kind of allergy do I have besides skin?" "Mommy, you got allergy towards messiness because you get very cranky whenever the things are messy." So I'm like, it's true. I get very cranky when things get messed up, you see. And then I start like, "Jaden, Celestia, Chloe," especially now. But then now I learn to kind of tone down a little bit because, now is their home-based learning, right? And then I've got to see them like day and night.
Yeah.
So I have no choice. And then now that we have actually more virtual like meetings, we got more Zoom meetings, we have all these virtual online stuff. I'm actually having a room that's converted like just for this purpose. So I try to tell myself that, so I see no evil, I know no evil, and then I just breathe in, breathe out, it really happens to me because I don't have first of all, I don't have a helper to help me. I don't have a hubby to excuse me, I need a break. No. For me, when I need a break means the world comes to a standstill. If it's dirty, it's just going to continue being dirty. There's no running away from it. I can have a break, but I have got to pick up whatever that's messed up and continue to move on from there. Yeah. So to me, I don't really have the luxury of break. I still have to cook every day. And for a start, what I did was I actually planned a 1 month meal plan,
Wow.
Wow.
I did a 1 month meal plan, worrying that I will be clueless what to cook. But then after 1.5 months, right now we are cross at after 1.5 months, what I don't look at the meal plan anymore. Initially, I still look for reference. Okay, today must follow. It doesn't follow, I copy and paste to the next day. That I manage that meal plan every day. And after that,
Right.
yeah. And after that, I get I so tuned into the schedule. I'll just open my fridge as okay, what thing is going to rot first? I'll cook whichever stuff,
That's usually my style.
Like
What's
whichever
going
going to
on
rot.
first, cook that first.
Yes. Which one is going to rot first? Okay, better cook that one first. Not wasteful, like. Okay, Michelle, and what's the next tip that you're going to share with whoever is listening in?
Oh wow. Okay. So we're supposed to go five each, is it? Myself five.
No, it doesn't have to. It's
But
just
I was waiting to hear from Danny's perspective.
whoa,
We
Dennis.
women who loving ourselves. I just wonder
Yes.
what guys do to when you feel like you're loving yourself, or
Now
you
she's
feel like you don't
throwing the
even think
table
about
on you, Dennis, because it's 3 towards 1.
Michelle. Actually, I
No, it's time for us to learn also,
exercise a
right?
lot more during this time round. So I actually spend more time running, and that I spend time cycling. So when I run, then I realize that I'm doing a lot more self-reflection, right? I think in the past, right, when we were all caught up with a lot of busy schedules and our life, essentially, we don't have a lot of time to think about ourselves or life in general. But now, because we have 24/7, right, of time with us, so we are forced to live with ourselves in a sense, right? And hence, I will do a lot more self-reflection, especially when I run. That will be the time when I realize that, hey, I'll think about, okay, so why are we, in this kind of situation, what's humanity like right now? How why people are helping each other? Why are people slamming one another? Why are we talking bad about the government? Why are we blaming? Things like that. So I tend to take the time to observe, whenever such things happen, right? Especially now, right? We are on the 3rd month already, so the human behavior part is something that I try to then reflect upon. Yeah, but when I do that, right, it's a form of I wouldn't say self love, but at least I'm more in touch with my inner self and uh my feelings. All right, rather than just working and working and working, and then sometimes that emotive or the emotional part is not sort of exercised. Yeah, so I guess for men, right now is a good time because, in a sense, we are more in touch with, humanity, our feelings, and what's going on around us. Yeah, so I tend to do that when I'm running. Mm.
Wow, very deep.
I don't know whether that's
So
that's your
after the whole CB is over, right? He'll be like a hunk,
No, I just continue to exercise, and
I
then
just
ponder
remember
on life.
the
So I think
the
yes,
feet that-
exercise is a form of self-love, right?
Yes,
Taking care of your body. So yeah,
exactly.
well done. So okay, so for me it's skincare. That's
Oh.
something that I do not miss every morning. Sometimes morning I lazy lah, I skip lah, but every night I make sure I spend a bit of time on skincare. Regardless how busy, just taking after you shower, that 5-10 minutes to really okay, I'm loving myself today. Okay, that's
Right.
enough. And then you have to go out and face kids again, right?
Yes.
Just shut the door for 5-10 minutes. I don't nap every day, but skincare, yeah.
Yeah, like you. I also slouch at the couch there with my mask on, just to chill out.
Yeah. Just taking time every day. I think doing things consistently that feels more like more important than sort of like a once a month massage or things like that.
Mm.
Right. But are you actually missing out because you no longer can go to the spa and the facial? You know what say you? That's
Well, the thing is, I don't really go to facial that often, even before. Maybe like once or twice a year.
right.
Yeah, I just don't have the time.
Blessed with good skin.
So actually, my husband goes to facial more often than me. He actually has like a monthly appointment. He will tell me, okay, I'm going this month, and then okay, next month I've made like at this appointment he already made the appointment to
Right.
go next month. Yeah,
You know
so
he's stressed
yeah,
out. Like he needs to keep up with you, darling.
See?
better be.
Yeah, now you're stressing out because you're upkeeping so well. So he needs to
Every
keep
night,
up.
yeah, consistency.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Joanna, I see that you have been doing volunteer work like very regularly. So what actually like motivates you to do all this during this period and coming up with all these initiatives? I'm sure it's been very trying because the thing is that you're actually holding so many different roles at the same time. You know, yeah, your titles are like a mouthful. I'm sure you're very busy. So how do you actually tear yourself away to also give at the same time? Yeah.
So I guess volunteerism has been with me for the past 25 years, even more. I started really young as a kid, but over the years, the last 25 years, slowly, building on the works I'm doing. So it gives me satisfaction that I, could make a difference in the community, seeing happy faces, seeing that a person has been helped. You don't have to do everyone, but as long as one or two has been able to benefit, I think it's really something that kind of touches your heart, warms your heart, and that pushes
Mm,
you on to keep going. So this during
right.
circuit breaker, every day for the last 55 days, I've been out delivering meals to the rental blocks, the seniors. So I can
Mm-hmm.
see that they look forward to seeing us because it's like a meal that they receive. At the same
Right.
time, there's someone to talk to. Even the very short hi bye and how are you, auntie? How are you doing? Everything's okay? How's the food? So they're
Mm-mm.
not really on their own, and to have someone talk to them, I think they feel good. They feel
Mm.
they're being loved.
Mm.
Right. Wow. Okay. Actually, this is really not easy because the thing is that, like for me, I've been doing volunteering work since young. So it takes a lot. But the thing is that I do agree on the part that you actually mentioned about, spending time and trying to give and stuff like that. Because to me, in my lowest moment, right, my therapy is actually giving. Because it really helps when I start to give and I see the smile, the satisfaction. Like it just takes a smile from them, and I whatever troubles that I have, right, it really went down. And it was actually, I would say, is the remedy when I used to have a depression at a state due to my broken marriage. And volunteering and giving do really help me in putting me back on my feet again, because it actually taught me that what you need in life is just so little, for you to actually move on and brace up and make changes to others people's life. And you start to really appreciate that, hey, I got a roof over my head. I don't have to worry about the next meal. I don't I don't have to worry about, when I sleep I get big bugs on me. I don't have to worry about, so hot with no aircon, that kind of thing. I don't have to worry about these. I can sleep comfortably. For us, it's just so easy. We just take on a remote control and switch on. Oh my God, we have a nice, comfortable room, clean sheets, no bed bugs and stuff like that. And to them, it's something that it's not basic. It's a luxury. It becomes something luxurious for them. Switching on aircon would mean that utility bills that come in would probably kill them. Like the bills that comes in. So yeah, so I do agree with you on this part. So Michelle, you're actually an author as well. I mean, being a mom of so many kids, it's not one, it's
So
like, I mean, hey, in Singapore
so
context,
many.
it's so
So I
many
have
kids,
like
ma.
6 with me.
So
3 only
many
lah.
leh. Hey, three is a lot, 3 is a lot. If I got 3 kids, I don't have time to write a book. but you got three, one, not two, not three, now tell people
That's
to,
why
I
you
mean,
guys are
now
all super mom.
for women right now, some women don't even want to have kids, right, Joanna? Some of them, they just want to have romancing from day one to the end of the day, and all they want is to get a cat or a dog, but not kids.
Right.
And cat and dog just as much work, And kids,
Yeah.
as they grow up and they're a bit older, then you can ask them, to do a
Yeah,
bit of
but
chores and everything.
that's what's
At least-
happening. You ask Joanna, I'm sure she's seen so many cases. Oh, they get married for romancing purpose,
Yeah, that's
and then
true,
they
that's
pamper
true.
the dog. They let the dog sit on the stroller. They like do whatever stuff or thing to the dog, but they never thought of having a kid. But you
Groom
have
the
3
dog.
kids. Yeah, they groom the dog like one is, and their spa services cost more than us.
Oh, they do. They do.
Yeah, that's
They're
that's the
very
thing. But
expensive.
how
That's why
do
I
you
have kids
actually?
law. I don't want to have pets.
But how do you spend time? I mean, you write you've actually completed a book. How do you
Yeah.
actually manage your time to actually write a book?
Well, I actually
Was that like your dream, your childhood dream? That drove you.
Yeah,
That
I think I did.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it was really like one thing when I was small. I thought,
Yeah.
I want to write a book, more like a novel kind of book, because I read a lot of novels when I was small, when I was
Right.
younger. And then I just sort of forgot about it. And then sort of I started the blog and then the business and then going into personal branding, and my mentor said I must have a book. So went into writing this book. So I actually wrote it when I was pregnant with my second child. I think I wrote it in the span of 6 months during the pregnancy. But then, I have it written. It was a manuscript. Send it to the publishing house because I want to get that validation whether, hey, is this something that would sell? Because I don't want to just publish a book for the sake of publishing and it's got no value to other people. So I actually submitted it. And they liked it. So I went through the whole thing, but then I still was having this self-doubt, am I good enough? Are people going to read this and all that? And I actually delayed the whole process of like publishing it. Like writing itself was very easy. It's just more of like a commitment. Every day I write 500 to 1,000 words on a consistent basis. So within like 3-4 months, and then go back and edit and everything. Yeah, within 6 months it was ready. And then it was just sitting on the shelf like for a long time until I was pregnant with my second child. Yeah, I was pregnant with my second child, and then I was signed as an ambassador for a skincare brand, and they're like, hey, when we announce you, we would like that you announce your book at the same time. So I'm like, oh my god, now I'm like scrambling to get it.
Was that the one at Suntech, that skincare launch? Was that the one that I missed? I'm supposed.
It was at the art house. And then we had some kind of public launches at Suntec and Takashimaya, and we did the whole
yes, because you were the skincare ambassador, I still remember.
Yes. So they wanted me to like, hey, can you just quickly publish this book, because they knew that I was writing this book. I was telling people like, I'm writing this book, it's coming out. It took like almost like 4 years and I still haven't like actually got it out. So that pushes me to, okay, let's just complete it and put it.
So you have no directions. You just write a book like that without anyone editing and giving you directions how to go about writing a book.
I did have a book mentor.
Oh, right.
I did have a book mentor to guide me through what's the process is like, and then like submitting it to a publishing house to get that feedback whether it's good enough or shall we change the title and the thing. And then in the end, I did not go with them though, because if you go the traditional route, you are basically giving up your rights to the publishing house. But I still want to own that brand myself. So what I did is I went to a public hybrid publishing. Sorry, I'm going into like all these like different topics. It's not about self-love. So I technically pay for it, but I own 100% of it.
Right. I'm sure Danny's also going through a similar route as well, because he himself is also an author.
Are you coming out with a book?
No, he had.
Oh, okay.
It's called the 101 Ways to Get Publicity. So it was self-published.
Nice.
I wrote the book and then I got a publisher to distribute. But the entire process was quite a very hectic one, because it took me 1 year to finish the book and then maybe another half a year to get it published. Because a lot of procrastination here when it comes to writing. So I always wanted to write a book on PR and publicity. So I wrote a book with publicity in mind. basically to help people, right? Whether it's self-employed or celebrities or influencers to get more publicity for themselves. And by doing so, they get success. They get more success out of it. Because I realize that in Singapore, there are not many people who understand the value of publicity and PR and personal branding. So I wrote that book, and then I started to market with to my students, to all my
Wow.
peers and to all my friends, in a sense. Yeah. So I just strike off that bucket list.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yes, done. I can call
Wow.
myself an author now.
I will never dream that I will be an author one day. Never, ever,
You
ever.
never know.
Because-
You never know.
No.
It's just
Never,
it's
ever.
so
because
easy these days. You want to be anything, jump on the
Yeah,
internet, the
exactly.
information is there.
Yeah, it's like it's to me it's you need to be out there to really write something and produce something, and for people who wants to read what you write, And I actually
Well,
felt
you
that
need to
I've
have
got
a
a long way
target
to
market
go.
and a actual
Yes.
topic lah. For me, it was
What is the
pregnancy and
title?
early motherhood.
Ah, right. How about Joanna? Like, is there anything on your bucket list as a woman that you'd like to do, but so far you have not managed to do those yet? Anything on a bucket list? And it doesn't have to be writing a book. It can be anything.
Well, looking at everyone writing a book, I was actually in the midst of trying to compile one, not really to write one, because
Okay.
I'm always in love. I'm in the circle of people who are so lovey-dovey. Because as a
Yeah.
marriage licensed solemnizer, I'm always into weddings.
Wow.
And seeing the love they have for each other, the love for the family,
Oh,
celebrating love, a lot of love
Love-
stories, very interesting love stories. I think that is really something. I thought you can compile them together to share how people met, how they came together, how the love grew, and sometimes it's really very interesting when you hear the stories. Yeah, so probably, I would want to compile. I was just asking all my couples that if you could send me all your love stories, I'll edit them, and then perhaps do a compilation of all these beautiful stories that they have. Most importantly, to document their journey.
I think it is a very rejuvenating kind of mood, because what you do is because now in this COVID situation, everyone is feeling down. But then now, whatever in your job, right, it kinds of like perk you up by seeing this love is all around thing. You just feel it always makes you feel good. Just like when you attend a wedding. I mean, I attend a wedding, even though I'm my favorite marriage, but each time I attend a wedding, I always feel so sweet about it. Oh, I was like, oh, then and suddenly I will just tell myself, maybe I should fall in love again. But of course, after the whole process is gone, right? After I finish the thing, my mindset reset again. It's like, things are not so easy. This is just the start of the journey, wait. I'm not trying to discourage anyone, but to me, the ceremony just marks the start of that journey. But it is that
True,
journey that is that two person needs to work together to make things has got the whole hands to make things work, right? Yeah, it's never one party, it's always two party. So like Michelle, how do because you are always like working from home, so how do you actually juggle between your work and your kids? They will be so-called running in front, because your kids are kind of our kids are kind of like young. They'll still be mommy,
Yeah.
mommy,
Mommy this,
hungry.
mommy this, mommy
Yeah,
can I
mommy.
see this, mommy can I
Yeah,
hold
mommy,
that,
just take my
she
thing, mommy,
took my
take my thing.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mommy, she's so irritating. How do you measure? Because sometimes we always have a train of thoughts when we work, and when they come,
Yeah.
even if it's and it come and open door, close door, you say, yes,
I feel you.
Yeah, when they were younger, it's more like I try to just get, like I mentioned, not the non-focused work, like just replying email and like these things like admin and things like that. I can do it with them around, and then I'll just have to put them to sleep really early. They go to bed at 8:30, and then I'll stay up and do a bit more work. But now all of them are in school. I mean, the oldest is in primary 2, the younger 2 are in preschool. So at least I have the morning off. They're away, so I do most of my focus work in the morning. And then the rest of the time is just really, mommy time, kids time, and then kids time again, then mommy time. You just feel all those things in. I think women kind of like, when we want to do something, we make it happen. And the reason why I started business from home is really because I want to be there for my children.
Yes.
I gave up my F&B business that I built before.
Yeah, it
I
was a very
before
successful
married.
one, right?
Yeah, I had a few outlets,
Like,
but it was taking like 13
yes.
hours a day. I just can't be out there when
Right.
my kids is at home raised by a helper or something. I mean, I have a helper, but I just want to be around, so I have the flexibility of time. So I think if I chose this, I just have to make it work.
Right, right, right. And then how about you, Joanna? I mean, I mean, for your case, I'm actually curious because for yours, because your partner is not local. So how do you actually cope with the difference within the local culture? I'm sure he has a different mindset when it comes to upbringing, right? Hey, why are you doing this? No, in my country, we don't do that. When we bring up the kids, we don't teach the kids that and blah blah. You actually have such and issues, when it comes to upbringing of the kids, and also probably in terms of culture, where no, in my country, women ought to do this, women shouldn't do that. Do you have actually this problem? So maybe you can share with us on this. Yeah.
Well, I must say I'm very thankful for a very supportive, loving, and understanding husband. He's very hands-on. I think that's very important. So when
Okay.
times I need to be out, I come back home late. He's the one who feeds the son and gets household
Dennis,
chores.
listen. Okay, yeah, continue.
Yeah,
He's
so my
taking notes.
husband loves to do household chores. So I'm very happy about that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I like
God.
to mop and sweep and all that. So yeah, so he helped a lot. That makes a big difference. And of course, in terms of parenting, yes, I do agree we have some differences in the way
Uh-huh.
that we were brought up. And
Right.
especially because in the Singapore's education system is not the same.
Yes.
We I mean, I would not say I'm a tiger mom, although I am strict and I worry, but I feel that children need their own space to grow. And
Right.
even though you can shove things down their throat and everything, it may not get your final results. So
Yeah.
therefore, I think between my husband and myself, we give a lot of room for my son Max to explore. We believe in life skills rather than academic, and sometimes
Mm.
maybe kids may take a longer time to mature in their thinking and their outlook in life. So my husband always takes him out on outdoor activities, teaching him really life skills, such as even fixing some broken sink or holes and all that, carpentry. They build things together. Yeah, so because I think as a Caucasian, in the Western countries, they tend to do a lot of DIY things because to hire someone to do it for you is expensive. So everyone knows how to repair. Rather than
So
in
that's how
Singapore,
IKEA comes about, right?
yes, rather than in Singapore, we tend to hire somebody to do the job because it's affordable. But in those
Right.
countries, it's very hard. It's expensive to get somebody, and it may take a long time to get somebody over to fix a problem. So they learn it. Yeah, so it's something which he has passed some skills, life skills in that sense. And now even I taught my son how to cook. Like during
Ah,
circuit breaker, he learned how to wrap the gyoza, the jiaozi.
饺子. How,
I think
how,
he
how
likes
old is
it.
Max now? How old is
He
Max now?
turned 13.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Yes, it's like,
Yeah.
my son wouldn't do that. Seriously, even though in school he learns to cook, but he wouldn't cook at home. He'd rather wash
Make
the
him.
dishes than to cook. He'd rather wash the dishes. Trust me, he washed dishes for me every day without fail, but he just
That's
refused
all
to
right.
cook. Yes, but I'm happy with that because I hate to wash.
It compliments the man in the house.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think we complement each other with an understanding. And sometimes we come to compromise that I agree with him on his parenting style, and then he agrees with my parenting style. And so that the son would know, okay, mommy would do this, daddy would do that.
Right, right.
Mm.
Okay. And okay, thank you, Joanna. So okay, Michelle, I was, you have a very, very interesting like career path because you actually went through different stage in your life and different stage you make different career choices. And then now you have your academy as well, right? Maybe you can share a little bit more about your academy the viewers here
So
could
with
understand more.
yeah, so my focus right now is on Mom Boss Academy, where I
Mm.
help mom start and build businesses from home, because that's
Mhm.
really what I did. I told you guys my story earlier of how I gave up my business to be a stay-at-home mom, and then started this blog and grew it. And so a lot of my readers had sort of grew up with me, from the time of we talk about pregnancy and early motherhood, and then parenting them, and then lifestyle kids, and they follow me on Instagram, so they see that I am doing this and as the business, and I sort of like grew. And so a lot of them was asking me, so how do you do it? I like to do something of the same. So when you get a lot of questions like that, then you sort of know, hey, there's a gap there, there's a need there. So then it's also something that I was really interested in. I am still really interested in, like, growing my business, growing as a human being, self-development. So as I study more and more, and the best way to learn and grow is to teach other people as well.
Right,
So
right.
you grow that way. So I've started it, and I started consulting one-to-one some moms. And then early this year, I decided to, just right before COVID, I decided to put it on as an online program, so I can have, save time, and so coach in a group setting is faster and it's more efficient. So
Right,
yeah,
right.
just nice. I launched it, and then COVID, and then like everyone has to stay home. So in a way, it's kind of like good timing, and more people are interested in this topic right now. So yeah.
So
Okay.
Michelle, some
Yes.
ways that one can earn money from working from home. What are some
Sorry.
ways that what are some ways that we can actually earn money from home?
So now Dennis is trying to steal tips from an academy, Michelle. Take it as a
Well, it
compliment.
really depends. Like, the thing is, like, a lot of people do wrong. They're like, oh, I want to start a business. They go out there and see, oh, is there a product that I can sell? They try to find
So the
manufacturer, or they try to design a product, and then try to, like, oh, maybe I need the prototype. And they're spending a lot of money just finding that product first. So what I usually or teach my student is, who are you? What is your strength? What are you interested in? And who are your ideal customer? Who do you like to work on, like, a long-term basis, because they will be your customer, right? Who do you have most rapport with? Start with that, find out what people's problem is, and then see if you can solve that problem. Whether
So
in
how-
terms of a product or a service, we can decide on that
Right.
modality of, like, delivery product later. But first decide on what you're good at and who would you like to work with. And I think that sort of give you that longevity in business, because if you hate your customer, it's like, how are you gonna be in there, right? So it's like, oh, if I started with okay, I go on Taobao and I find this really good, I don't know, pillowcase, and I want to sell it, and I have after I got a lot of pillowcase, who do I sell to? Then that's the problem. That's why people get stuck, and then they're like, oh, I can't sell anything. How come it's not working? So yeah.
So
Okay.
how much time do you actually spend coaching like a mompreneur? That's the
Okay,
term
so
we use,
my
like a
current
mompreneur.
online program,
Yeah.
my current online program is a 1-year program, because
Uh-huh.
moms, right? Technically, I say you probably could do it in 3 months, but a lot of moms are, we juggle kids and family. So I have 6 modules, 1 module per month. And then after the 6 module, we still have sort of like a 6 months where we allow time for you to execute, and then I will guide you along the way to make sure that by the end of 1 year, you have a running business, a running profitable business. And there are people who have already maybe started a business already, but it hasn't been growing. Then those ones we work on a one-to-one basis. On maybe we jump on a strategy call every once a month, or as and when they need the advice. Like, I'm stuck right here. I don't know what's the next step. So those one we work on, like one-to-one basis.
Would you be able to share the link in which, if anyone wants to find out more about your academy?
Sure, just michellehorn.com. It's very easy.
What again?
michellehorn.com.
Okay, so for those who are listening,
and
right,
I have lots of, like, lead magnet, lots of blog that you can listen to. If you don't want to sign up just yet, just go in there. There are tons of information that you can learn, really. And then if you're serious about it,
is it restricted to just moms, or men can join you as well?
Well,
you
it's targeted at
Like
mom.
me.
So, but I think
Is
it's
this-
a man.
did I
your
get it right,
target
darling?
Mom, so maybe I can also give you good advice. But the material and everything is targeted
Moms.
at moms.
Oh,
'Cause,
for moms.
I know what they struggle with.
All right, I understand.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay,
It's a
I've got your
brilliant
link. I've got your link up.
Yay! Thank
MichelleFong.com.
you.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes. So okay, probably a final question for Joanna. Besides maybe you could actually share with us, besides virtual solemnization that you're currently doing at this point in time, because people can't really get married. What are the changes that you face at this point of time in regards to this situation? Because now there's no one-to-one, and because your job is actually quite different from the normal office workers job, so probably can share more on that. How has this whole pandemic affect your work schedule and you being in contact with people, because the kind of work you do needs to have a lot of human interaction.
Yes, so there are more on platform Zoom meetings, Cisco meetings,
Right.
and even for weddings, some of them have chosen to go what we call virtual, so video link. And therefore, you do this, I guess everyone must be tech savvy, be able to use the Zoom platform or the online platform for this purpose. And yet, you see the happy faces, where they can invite more people as compared to on site. If it's a
Really?
physical, yeah, they can only have 10. But then when you're on Zoom, we allow them up to 20. And then I give them up to 25 because that will be a one screen size for the laptop for Zoom. And then
Right.
if you want to have more, then you get a second link for others to join in. Yeah. So I think you can still feel the fun, the love. And I guess we need to adapt to this new normal, and kind of adapt to it quickly so that you don't feel that you are not able to keep up, and so that things can go on smoothly. Because to some of the couples, they tell me that weddings are essential. Why are they not?
No, because
that's very true,
they need to start making babies, darling. So
Yeah,
if they need to
exactly.
make
Yeah,
babies, then this is an
it's a
essential
time
item.
And then the
Right.
thing is,
We can-
the pitiful thing is that they are not able to see each other during 2 months. So it's very hard. It's really long distance love now.
Yeah,
Really,
it's so near and yet so far, right?
you're in Singapore, but yet you're just separated physically. So for those of them who recently just got married, it's really like, the heart really meant a lot because they could come together after 2 months together. Now, 2 months not being together, yes. Yeah,
Oh,
so I
that's
guess
so sweet.
it's heartwarming, to see enough families to meet up together for the solemnization, and kind of parents need to see them married.
Yeah, and I think, Joanna, you're actually in a profession that you can really get yourself rejuvenated and feel and recharge with love every single time you work. It's almost like a perfect,
That's what I tell my
perfect thing.
husband. I tell my husband I'm in love every day.
Yes,
I'm with you.
yeah, exactly. It's like
That's why
how
the
many.
compilation of the stories will come in very handy if you were to really compile the stories and then publish
Yes.
it. I think it would
Exactly.
really let a lot of people know of all these loving stories that are out there, and that will inspire more people to love more and to get
Yes.
married more in Singapore.
So we are waiting, okay, Joanna. Please keep us
Oh,
in
I
the
need to
loop.
gather all these people back again. I
Yes.
say, give me your story. For you.
Yeah, you can name it the 101 ways, the 101 stories in Singapore, love stories in
Yeah.
Singapore.
Exactly.
Wow.
Oh, 101 ways how not to fall in love with each other.
How not to love, fall in love.
Reverse psychology, but actually it's the falling in love with each other. So actually it's very interesting, right, to see how first of all, how Michelle, she, you actually juggle your family so well. Working like to you, there's no difference between circuit breaker and no circuit breaker. Anyway, you have been working from home and you have been focusing on your kids, and you have managed to stay your sanity after all this. Why I don't know how I can do if I were
Well,
you.
I have
And you
help,
still
right?
have
I
your
have a
couple.
helper.
Yeah.
My husband's at home, and
Yeah.
I have a team. At work, I have a team.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Then
I
okay.
think
That's
it's important that you try not to do everything yourself. As your company grow, you need help. You just need help.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I must learn from you in this aspect, because I'm always putting everything on my shoulder. It's like, for me, like the upcoming weekend, I'm producing 2 shows all by myself. I'm yes, I to me, I think it's almost insanity. I was in the process of doing it, and after I confirmed the 2 shows on my own, then I realized how much I'm putting on my shoulders and what kind of insanity I'm actually, putting onto my head.
It's very
Why am I
common,
doing it? It's like,
yeah, for
what?
especially women, we feel like we should be able to do it ourselves, and we think like,
Exactly,
whatever we do
exactly.
it ourselves, we must do it ourselves. But no, it's not
Yes.
necessarily true. Whatever you can do, you may not need to do it yourself. Can you delegate certain part of whatever that you need to do post production, and
Yeah, we probably
just
need to
show
do
up and send the file
delegation.
off to someone.
Is this I ought to learn from you? We're gonna pick a tips of 2 of you, and then I'm gonna pick tips of Joanna when it comes to loving, sending love, and because Joanna
Living in love
yeah,
again.
living in love again. How to believe in love again. I think that's important, because I think now in Singapore there's in a single parent family, it's a very, very common thing. But how to really believe in love and to actually find a partner again, that's going to be another topic probably on our next episode. But but the thing is that it's having that faith that love do come again, even when you have 3 kids. I think it's having that faith is actually really, really important. Yeah, but
Everyone deserves to be loved.
yes, yes, yes. This I believe. Yes, that's definitely what I believe. So okay, later we will, after this, right after this, we're going to have a singing segment, and today we're going to have someone actually pretty interesting for a singing segment. So I just want to check from the both of you. Would you like to stay on, or would you like to? Because I didn't have a chance to check with you just now. Or would you want to actually get busy with your next Zoom session? I think Michelle needs to
I
go.
need time now. I need
Okay,
time.
okay.
I want to
So
watch entertainment.
yes, entertainment. Okay, so you have the chance to 点歌. Okay, you have the chance to 点歌. Yes, yes. So I'm going to bring on the next segment, which is a singing segment, and I would like to thank Michelle and Joanna. So Joanna, please stay on. But before that, let's do a selfie, a screen selfie. Yeah. Let's do a screen selfie. Let me just put this on. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, my head is hidden now. Let me just take off the chair, and then
Fix hair.
Yes, okay.
Fix hair.
Fix
Yeah,
hair,
exactly.
fix hair, and then okay, my head is okay. Are you ready? I'm gonna do a screenshot and I'm gonna send to y'all later. Okay.
Okay.
All right, ready. Okay, let me just align myself. Okay. Okay, ready. 1, 2, 3. Safety shot. And 1, 2, 3. Done.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank
All the
you.
best
Thank
to
you for
you.
sharing.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having me.
Thank
Love
you.
the
Thanks for all the
chat. Can't wait
sharing.
to
It's
watch
love
your next
and
episode.
love.
Yeah, you see,
Love and
whenever
love.
we see Joanna, right, there's always love. So thank you so much. So Joanna, you stay on the screen. And Michelle, thank you. We connect again, and I'll be asking more tips
Okay.
off the screen.
Okay.
All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
kick
Enjoy
me
your
out. I don't know
podcast.
how to work this.
Yes. Let me just put it off. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, right. Let me put Jabez on now. Today, unfortunately, because Jason he's not feeling well, so we're gonna have Jabez, and Jabez is really, 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 really good. Because he's actually sang for me in my last year birthday. Joanna, you seen him last year in the yacht
This
party?
is
He was the one
okay.
that sang for me, right? It's really good, doesn't it? Yeah, it's very good. So let me just yeah, it's very good. So Jabez, you're up on screen. Jabez， 你记得
Hello，
Joanna 吗？
Hello,
你好。
the best.
Hi Dennis， Hi
Hello,
Celestia， Hi
the best. 哇，黄祖祥是吗？
是的，我的名字叫黄祖祥 Jabez。
对
你好
，Jabez，
请问你们会听到我的音
Joanna？
效吗？因为今天我特别进来就是要试试看这个音效。
Jabez， 你要 adjust 你的 echo 太多，然后 adjust 你的 reverb 也是。呀
OK， 这样呢？
，echo 还是
这样可以吗
太多，echo 还
太多吗
是太多？？
这样呢？
太多
这样，还
这样 OK
我已经 adjust 了。
这样
少一点点，再少一点。 ，echo 再少一点点。
已经完了，已经调完了。
OK，那就 OK。Then 你 reduce 你的
OK
reduce 你的 reverb 有的 reduce reverb 吗
OK
你 reduce 一下你的 reverb 对。Yeah, sorry,
好
we need to do the audio test.
OK， 可以了吗
OK，
Test
可以了。Okay, so Joanna, you can actually think of a Chinese or Cantonese song for Jabez to actually sing for because it's really, really good. So Jabez, what would you be bringing us tonight? What's the first song?
Okay. The first songs I'm going to sing will be English. Of course, my English is not so good, but I try.
没有问题，你可以讲华语。Anyway, Dennis， 你要介绍一下 Jabez 吗？那个，等一下啊，刚才我 send 给你。
Hello，
还是 Jabez， 你要不要自我介绍一下？因为我们的 followers 是第一次在这个 Whisky Party 见到你，因为他们都是每次都是看到Jason 的，所以你自我介绍一下吧，你自己的那个 bio， 你刚才传给我的。
我知道他是 Celeste 的前世情人。
对啊，我每次什么 email 我会想到他。
好，我其实很感谢，就是有这个机会啦。每次Celestia 他会给我们就是机会啊，去表演啊这些，所以非常感谢他。然后当然自我介绍，我是就是在去年呢，刚好就很幸运了，参加了一个就是国际性的比赛，是粤语好声音，也代表新加坡去到这个广州去参加，广州电视台参加。然后然后就真的是大开眼界，因为第一次经历这个电视的那一种，就是那种直播的感觉就不一样，跟现在线上直播也是不一样的感觉。
加油！
所以呢，
但是现在的直播的那个机会是非常多哦，因为没有办法，大家都没有办法碰面嘛，也没有办法直接在场地表演。
对啊，所以我就看到原来线上看这个最近，特别是就是看到在 live comments 那边居然有人认识我 Victor Lim， 可是我不知道他是谁。其实因为今天是有一点突然啦，就其实我自己本身就比较少在做直播，因为我本身不是一个全职歌手，我有自己的工作，我是从事这个recruitment， 我是做这个招聘的。所以我对，所以我自己本身也是很喜欢唱歌，所以就很幸运可以认识。入错行了
，Jabez。
其实Hello William， 其实我很开心今天就是可以跟大家再一次在这边相聚。虽然是说疫情的关系，所以我们没有办法就是正式的在一个空间里面，但是我相信很快的我们就可以聚在一起。OK， 然后这首英文歌献给大家。
哇，英文歌。
我试试看，
很期待哦。Jabez 是会弹会唱的。
哇哦
，Yes。
因为今天没有什么准备啊，所以就试试看。
好。
而且这个版本我没唱过，请问会听到音乐吗？
听到。
会太大声吗 ？Hello， 慧敏。
小声一点，音乐小声一点。
这首歌呢，应该很多人都有听过，是非常经典的一首歌。
哇 ，Joanna not bad。
Oceans apart, day after day.
Woo!
And as though we go and sing, I hear your voice on the line, but it doesn't stop the pain. If I see you next to never, how can we say forever? Wherever you go, whatever you do, I will be right here waiting for you. Whatever it takes, or how my heart breaks, I will be right here waiting for you. I took for granted. 对不起，他这个伴奏不一样。
没有关系，没有关系，这个是 live 来的，没有关系。
没关系。
对，他好像是很合唱哦。我看我还是 skip 掉这首歌，
可以，没问题。
不好意思。因为这首歌呢，其实是非常经典的，我也就是在这个英文歌方面也只会这几首歌。然后刚好选到这一个是好像是合唱的版本，他有转 key， 他刚刚转到女生，我在想说Celeste要不要接下去？
哎，我不敢呢，在你面前我怎么接下去？真的别吓我了。
讲，看我还是来多一首经典的歌曲吧。
好，
听到这个前奏，你会想到是谁的歌？
是什么歌呢？
其实这首歌呢是非常非常经典的一首歌，谢谢 Jasmine。这首歌呢其实是其实算是翻唱吧。张惠妹是原唱者。听海献给大家。
听海。
I love it。
星星告诉我今天海是什么颜色，夜夜陪着你的海，心情又如何？灰色是不想说，蓝色是忧郁，而漂泊的你，狂乱的心停在哪里？写信告诉我今夜你想要梦什么，梦里外的我是否都让你无从选择？我就这一颗心，整夜都闭不了眼睛，为何你明明动了情，却又不靠近？海哭的声音，叹息着谁又悲伤了心，却还不清醒。一定不是我，至少我很冷静。可是泪水，就连泪水也都不相信。听海哭的声音，这片海未免也太多情，悲泣到天明。写封信给我，就当最后约定，说你在离开我的时候是怎样的心情。会唱的朋友们一起唱好不好？
太棒了！
谢谢，谢谢他的云掌声。
耶！
写信告诉我今夜你想要梦什么，梦里外的我是否都让你无从选择？我就这一颗心，整夜都闭不了眼睛，为何你明明动了情，却又不靠近？听海哭的声音，叹息着谁又悲伤了心，却还不清醒。一定不是我，至少我很冷静。可是泪水，就连泪水也都不相信。听海哭的声音，这片海未免也太多情，悲泣到天明。写封信给我，就 就当最后约定，说你在离开我的时候是怎样的心情。
这是才华横溢啊！想知道 Jabez 你平时有没有在其他地方唱歌呢？
好，谢谢。
在其他的地方唱歌。
其实我就是有在这个 Porthouse 那边驻唱，可是因为在疫情的关系，所以就没有继续，所以可能要等，应该是11月份。谢谢大家的支持。其实今天状况不是很好，因为我对今天状况不是很好，所以不是最佳状态，可是我会尽力做好自己。谢谢，
已经很好了，
okay,
已经很好了。你看，Joanna 还特地哦，
告白气球，
哇！你看他还特地点歌哦，
就是在你的旁边好像，但是他要 WhatsApp 这样的感觉哦。
对。哎，Joanna，为什么你不要出来讲？你直接讲出来就好了。
哎，Joanna，那你比较有特权，有没有？谢谢。所以我们你知道为什么会有《告白气球》这首歌吗？有没有人要猜一下为什么会有《告白气球》这首歌？我们主持人 Dennis 来猜一下。
告白气球
为什么会有这首歌？
通常在婚礼上都听到的。
因为他是 solemnizer 来的，所以他就很想听那种 feel love 的感觉，而且是从你
对，因为你知道钢琴哦，有一天就是白键和黑键嘛，就是白键呢其实就做错了一件事情嘛，然后那个黑键就决定告白气球。有点冷掉，
很冷
呢，
很冷呢，你。
OK 啦，来告白气球，我找一下，因为这首歌其实也是大家都会唱，所以跟着一起唱。哎，真的有白气球啊，但是白巧克力的。
那个是什么东西？巧克力，哇哦！
哎 ，Joanna， 你要请我吃巧克力，对不对？
这个是 E chocolate，
白气球。
会不会太大声？喂
Jabez 那边 connection 好像有点 choppy 耶。
在那河畔左岸的咖啡，我手一杯，品尝你的美，留下唇印的嘴。花店玫瑰，影子接着谁？告白气球，风吹到对肩，微笑在天上飞。你说你有点难追，想让我知难而退，礼物不需挑对，只要香榭和落叶，营造浪漫的约会，不害怕搞砸一切，拥有你就拥有全世界。亲爱的，爱上你从那天起，甜蜜的很亲密，亲爱的别任性，你的眼睛在说我愿意。哇哦，在线的朋友会唱一
好听，真的好听，我都嗨起来了，我们都嗨起来了。
对，那为什么有这样美的花的？
结果的。
So pretty, the flower. I like the color.
Yes, Henry.
在那河畔左岸的咖啡，我手一杯，品尝你的美，留下唇印的嘴。花店玫瑰，影子接着谁？告白气球，风吹到对肩，微笑在天上飞。Hey, come on！ 你说你有点难追，你想让我知难而退，礼物不需挑最贵，只要香榭和落叶，营造浪漫的约会，不害怕搞砸一切，拥有你就拥有全世界。一起唱，亲爱的，从那天起，甜蜜的很轻易，哦，亲爱的，关心你的眼睛 再说我愿意。亲爱的，爱上你，恋爱日记，飘香水的回忆，一整瓶的梦境，全都有你搅拌在一起。亲爱的，别任性，你的眼睛才说我愿意。
哇
好了
Whisky
Really
Party
self love man
，OK， 在看直播，在看直播的朋友，就是有看到这个 Whisky Party SG 的，欢迎大家 like and share 出去，让更多人看到这个非常棒的节目。有很多非常棒的一些艺术家，还有作家，或者是演员，对不对？还有一些艺人啊，会在线上分享自己的生活。当然，就是我希望就是未来会看到更多的不同的人上来一起聊。然后当然是今天是第一次，而且也是在没有准备的情况下，所以唱得不好，请多多包涵。
不会，已经唱很好了。Joanna，你有没有什么歌还想再听的？还有线上的，如果要听什么歌也是可以点哦。因为 The Best 很棒。
其实我看到很多人点歌，我看到那个想见你，其实我是有听过这首歌，可是我真的没唱过，所以可不可以麻烦那个 William 他再点多一首歌，然后可能点多点，
像我这样的人，
我是没有听过啦，哒哒哒哒，我不懂是不是这一首，可是我还是不要唱比较好，因为我不熟。还有没有点歌单？其实点歌单可以多一点，这样子我有的选。我来多一首歌好不好？就是五月天的一首歌，温柔叶子啊，叶子下一首。
OK。
走在风中，今天阳光突然好温柔，天的温柔，地的温柔，像你抱着我。我发现你的冷该怎么度过 ？Hello， 天边风光，身边的我都不在你眼中，你的眼中藏着什么，我从来都不懂。没有关系，你的世界就让你拥有，不打扰着我的温柔。不知道，不明了，不想要，为什么我的心明明是想靠近，却孤单到黎明。不知道，不明了，不想要，为什么我的心那爱情的记忆里总是最孤单的，再把我的最好的爱给你，不知不觉，不情不愿的到巷子口，我没有哭也没有笑，因为这是梦。没有预兆，没有理由，你真的有说过，如果有，就让你自由。
我刚刚看到有一首雷锋雷喊喊。
Japan 你的 connection 不是很好哦，很多时候会被 chop 掉。
不知道，不明了，不想要，为什么我的心明明是想靠近，却孤单到黎明。不知道，不明了，不想要，为什么我的心那爱情的记忆里 总是在孤单里，再把我的最好的爱给你。不知不觉，不情不愿，又到相思口。我没有哭，也没有笑，因为这是梦。没有预兆，没有理由，你真的有说过，如果有，就让你自由。
哇，Danny 猜了，Danny 猜了，你看。
哦，这是我的温柔，这是我的温柔，这是我的温柔。让你自由。其实这首歌我非常喜欢哈，就是来自五月天的一首《温柔》，希望大家会喜欢。
喜欢当然喜欢。
谢谢你们。因为其实我在看到这个其实我知道我自己的那个 connection 不是很好，因为我看到我有点 lag，
对对，有点 lag，有。
对，所以就请多包涵。哎，哇，好多人点歌，可是我先点一首 ，OK， 还有一首豆浆油，
豆浆油条，
没有，我现在其实是真的是线上马上来点歌都好，那喜欢你 ，OK， 我会唱一小段那个叶子有点可怜我找一下，叶子是那首是不是？我一个人吃饭，旅行到处走。
哦，这首也是，this song is nice I didn't know this song is called 叶子
也一个人看书写信，自己对话谈心。只是心又飘到了哪里，就连自己看也看不清。我想我不仅仅是失去你。是不是这首叶子？
叶子。
太多人，我在唱一首那个 William Tan 的一首。
你唱下去那个点歌的越来越长。
太多人，抱歉，太多人点歌。
OK， 黑虎嚟啊 ，OK， 嚟 Beyond
來試試看。係。膝頭黃昏的街道，抹去雨水，雙眼無故。
Joanna 是你的粉絲，他拿着花馬上要獻了。
孤單的晚燈，是那傷感的記憶。
有備而來的。
隨時放起心裏無數的思念，而望片刻歡笑仍掛在臉上，願你此刻可知，是我終生的說聲。
我拿歪脖的。
喜歡你，那雙眼動人，笑聲更迷人。願再可輕撫你，那可愛面容，挽手說夢話，像昨天你共我。滿地理想的我曾經多衝動，不願與他相愛能有自由，願你此刻可會知，是我衷心的說聲，一齊唱。喜歡你，那雙眼動人，笑聲更迷人。願再可輕撫你，那可愛面容，挽手說夢話，像昨天你共我。 谢谢。这首歌应该大家都可以跟着唱。每晚夜裏自我都肯隨處講多冰冷。以往為了自我掙扎，從不知他的痛苦。喜歡你那雙眼動人，笑聲更帶人，願再可輕撫你那可愛面容，溫柔說夢話，像昨天你共我。謝謝大家這首《喜歡你》，希望大家喜歡。也謝謝 William， 還有謝謝慧明，幫我加油哈！
偶像哇！
謝謝。
是哦，慧敏。
時間過得很快，我們很快就過了半個小時了，有沒有？
對，我們就多一首歌，要不要給 Joanna 點最後一首歌來跟等好 Joanna， 我們給你點。
給我點個
看到他點
豆漿油條啊！
我看他點豆漿油條，其實你喜不喜歡吃豆漿油條？
喜歡，
其實我自己也是很喜歡的，就是可能
有兩條，
對，就是
吃兩條，
對，有兩條。
可能在我們 OK， 在我們可以出來見面的時候，就是我們一起來吃豆漿油條。再見的所有朋友，豆漿油條。聽到音樂嗎？喂，
有聽到，
有聽到。
和純白的豆望着你可愛臉龐，和你純真的模樣，我傻傻對你笑，是你憂愁解藥。你說我就像油條，很簡單卻很美好。我知道你和我就像是豆漿油條，要一直吃下去味道才會最好。你需要我的傻笑，我需要你的擁抱，愛情就需要這樣它才不會蕩掉。我知道有時候也需要吵吵鬧鬧，但始終也知道只有你對我最好。豆漿裡不可有油條，讓我愛你愛到老，愛情就需要這樣它才幸福美好。我知道，你知道，你都知道，好不好？從小笑，讓我知道。哇，這首歌真的很久沒有唱了。我是因為這首歌愛上
沒有吃豆漿油條了。
說這是一邊唱一邊吃油條，豆漿油條就這樣。哇，
真的有人？
你真的
有嗎？怎麼會有呢？你什麼都有。
沉澱着海像豆漿，
你好像是哆啦 A 夢呢。
喜歡油條，愛情就要在發酵。我知道你和我就像是豆漿油條， 要一起吃下去，味道才会是最好。你需要我的傻笑，我需要你的拥抱，爱情就需要这样，它才不会单调。Yeah， 我知道有时候也需要吵吵闹闹。Yeah， 但始终也知道只有你对我最好。豆浆离不开油条，让我爱你爱到老。爱情就需要这样，它才幸福美好。我知道，都知道，你知道，你都知道，好不好？别偷笑偷笑，让我知道，我知道，我都知道， Come on， 你知道，你都知道，好不好？别偷笑偷笑，让我知道就好。豆浆油条，大家。我非常喜欢的一首林俊傑歌曲。今天很快的歡樂嘅時間都係過得好快噶啦。
哇！
好，非常謝謝大家支持我們的 FLUX Flux， 對不對 ？TV Channel。然後記得在看直播的朋友，或者因為現在有點晚了嘛，可能改次再看直播，就是看回播的朋友們呢，就是記得就是多多按讚哦，然後 share 出去，給更多人知道我們有這個 channel，就是這個我們 Flux TV Channel， 然後來支持我們的 Celestia 還有我們的 Dennis 一起合作主持的這個 Whisky Party SG， 耶！
哇，他可以做我們的 co-host 了，你看他已經幫我們 ending
一定要邀請他來，
我們可以退休了。
對，我們要找他來一起唱歌。
對對對，下次如果有中文節目，可以找我上來玩一玩。
好，真的好，唱歌的節目，
一定會。
謝謝。非常謝謝我們的 Dennis， 就是還有我們 Celestia， 還有今天很開心可以在這邊看到 Joanna， 還有剛剛就是其他就是所有的朋友在線的朋友，謝謝你們，謝謝。
謝謝 The Best，
謝謝你們的支持。然後想要關注我們更多，就是未來有更多的其他的節目的話，記得點讚，然後跟隨，就是 follow、like and follow and share 這個 Whisky Party SG， 然後就會看到有一系列的節目，然後記得進來。因為我相信 Celestia 還有 Danny， 所以就是經常安排一些不同
是的，
都是很棒的歌手來到線上唱歌，好不好？謝謝。
好的。
有點卡，
對，有點卡，突然間有點卡住。
所以剛才我講的那段是沒有聽到嗎？
最後那個，沒關係。
我再重複，就是我是說，希望就是大家在看直播的朋友呢，可以趕快去 like and share 我們這個Flux TV channel， 還有就是記得要 follow 哈，因為 like 沒有用，要 follow， 因為 follow 才有用 ，follow 才會看到，就是我們接下來每一次我們安排哪一個歌手來到線上唱歌，因為我相信節目單位應該會安排不同的，當然我們有常駐的我們的歌手，就是我們的 Jason 大哥，今天他有點小小的不舒服，所以沒有辦法來到線上唱歌，所以今天由我來代班，然後希望就是
辛苦了，謝謝你，
辛苦了，感恩。Thank you so much, everybody, once again for following us. All right, and we want to thank Joanna. For having shared with us all your wonderful stories. All right, and it's been a great time.
Really, yes, exactly. Right, it's really a fun time with everyone, and please, we would like to call out. Please tune in next Thursday again, which is our second last episode. This is our second, it's our second third. So next week is our second last episode, whereby we are having Desmond Lim, which is Lin Youfa and Le Yao. So we'll be actually用中文 So we'll be speaking Mandarin. Is it cool or dated? Because now we really have this problem, right? There's a lot of kids that don't even speak Mandarin at all. So next week that will be the topic because they are really Mandarin speakers. Like 林宥发他是个主持人嘛，对吧？那乐瑶他也是个的教育的那个黄老师。So they are actually in a very good position to share this topic. So we're going to see you next episode on episode 7 of Whisky Party SG. So in the meantime, please follow us and keep following us on Flux TV channel, because we're going to have other programs as well on Flux TV channel, like our Slumber Party by Ivan. Now we've actually stopping our having a break for makan party, but please send in your entries for the F&B for if you need help from us to do shout out for you, so that you can be placed on our season 2 of makan parties. And then at the same time, we'll also be having on Saturday, Sundays, I'll be having some health and beauty topics, and Sunday I'll be having a cooking show with learning cooking from a chef this Sunday. So this is the debut episode for Saturday, Sunday. But in the meantime, I really like to express my greatest thanks to my guest, Joanna, that I asked her and she said, okay, I'm going to do this for you. And it's really very insightful sharing, because I'm sure you are very, very busy. Everyone's asking a part of your Zoom time, because everyone is like, you can have time for Zoom, your time for life, But really, thank you for being so supportive and sharing your opinions and sharing your love. I think that's really important. And also your efforts to in spreading our love out there. I think that's important. Yeah, because at this time, right, it really takes individual efforts to make things happen. And and to me, you really did it well, because it really meant, because you have been doing this consistently, not just during this period, and we all know it, you see. So I really like to thank Joanna that from the first time I met you, we hit it off, and then we kept in contact until now. And I think this is a friendship that's actually priceless. There's no tag to it, but I appreciate your support, and thank you for always giving that love and always make people around you feel that love around you. And also I want to thank Jabez, despite the last minute notice I gave, right? He actually made the effort to turn up and perform, I think I really appreciate that, because 每次我叫他出场，他就马上
We
okay.
need more of him.
Yeah.
We need more of him.
Yeah, it's like, sis, okay, 可以我帮你 that kind of thing. So 他是一个很 friendly, 然后很 supporting 的人来的. So that's the thing I love about Jabez, and he's very, very talented. And he was also performing in my last year charity birthday event as well. So of course, I want to thank my co-host today, and we shall end tonight's session. So please stay tuned on our next episode of Whisky Party SG of episode 7. So that's our second last episode. And episode 8, you need to look out for it, because we are going to blast that profile like no business. We're going to have 12 star performers, okay? 2 hours of full singing segment. Nothing you can ever imagine. So you need to stay tuned. And for those who are going to rewatch this, please like and share this video to actually show support for people who has actually spent the time to come online on this segment to share love, whether it comes to sharing love like Joanna, sharing the expertise like Michelle, or even like Jabez sharing the talent. So thank you and good night. All right. And yes,
And be love.
and be in love. Yes, and be in love, like what Joanna always emphasizes. Thank you so much, and good night, everyone. Stay safe.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, Jabez. Bye, Celestia. Bye, Dennis.
Bye.
Bye, Jabez.